uh, Dolphin fans are ready for a change under center after a dreadful start. They want Shedeur Sanders traded to the Dolphins. Should Miami make a new move, Ocho?
You trade Shedeur Sanders. You clearly are not sold on him right now. You're not sold on the progress that he's making, even though you're saying, hey, we're happy with where he's at.
I'm going to be livid if it goes down, by the way.
As you guys can see, follow along, man. All these fans are wanting to see Shedeur Sanders. Somebody even said, dear Miami Dolphins front office, trade for Shedeur Sanders, please. I mean, people are begging.
Shedeur Sanders is once again dominating headlines. And this time the rumors aren't just whispers. They're roaring across the NFL. Multiple insiders are suggesting that Sanders may have quietly given the green light to the Miami Dolphins, signaling that he's seriously open to making the move. For Miami, the timing couldn't be more critical. After a shaky start to the season and Tua Tagovailoa struggling with costly turnovers under pressure, frustration among Dolphins fans has reached boiling point. The calls for change are growing louder every day, and the spotlight is burning brighter on management to deliver a solution. Across the league, rival teams and analysts are glued to this story, watching every development like hawks. And the real question everyone is asking, could Shedeur Sanders be the missing piece that transforms Miami into a true contender? Stay with us, because what's unfolding next might shock you.
And if you guys go to his repost, you can clearly see that he basically reposted that the Dolphins lost, man. He understands what's going on around the National Football League.
The rumors surrounding the Miami Dolphins and Shedeur Sanders are reaching a fever pitch, and signs suggest this situation is moving closer to a decisive stage. Recently, Sanders himself added fuel to the speculation when he reposted content from the Dolphins' official page, a move many believe indicates that real discussions are happening between his camp and the franchise. For many observers, this act alone signals that Miami could indeed be a logical and exciting landing spot for the young quarterback, and the momentum behind the story continues to accelerate by the day. Still, it's important to remember that no official confirmation has been given. Neither Sanders nor the Dolphins organization has made a public declaration, leaving fans and analysts in a state of eager anticipation. The speculation remains strong, but so far, it is still speculation. Adding weight to the chatter, veteran analyst Shannon Sharp has revealed that the Dolphins' interest in Sanders goes far beyond rumor. According to him, Miami is seriously weighing the possibility of a quarterback change. The issue is clear. Tua Tagovailoa's inconsistent play and turnover struggles have shaken the team's faith in him as their long-term solution. With the season stretching ahead and playoff ambitions at stake, Miami understands the need for a dependable quarterback. Sanders looks like the perfect fit, but the Dolphins must be careful. They cannot afford to ignite a costly bidding war, especially as other teams are quietly monitoring the same opportunity.
I don't like when players do that.
Ain't lie.
Yeah, I don't like when players do that. Obviously, you would know him better than.
Kevin Stefanski recently addressed the swirling trade rumors about Shedeur Sanders, noting that in the NFL, it's not unusual for teams to face difficult choices and realize they can't always hold on to every talented player. Still, despite the noise and speculation, the Browns remain clear in their stance. They're not ready to part ways with their emerging star quarterback. Cleveland is holding firm, resisting the mounting pressure from outside voices calling for change. Yet the reality is hard to overlook. Losing Sanders would strike a major blow to their competitiveness. For a franchise trying to build stability and momentum, keeping him is essential, and the stakes surrounding his future have never been higher.
But when he said, these are going to be tough decisions, and you can't always keep everyone,
and
right?
And then he tried making it like, I was talking about the 90.
Right.
Yeah.
Inside Cleveland, the debate over Shedeur Sanders is heating up, with insiders openly suggesting that if he truly is on the trading block, now may be the moment for the Browns to cash in. His market value has never been higher, and with multiple franchises, most notably the Miami Dolphins, showing genuine interest, the timing could favor Cleveland if they choose to act. At the same time, journalists have started questioning whether it makes sense to continue investing in a player who, in their eyes, hasn't consistently matched the lofty expectations attached to his name. Adding to the pressure, sections of the fan base believe moving him could benefit both sides, giving Sanders a fresh start while allowing the Browns to reset. As the Dolphins circle closer, the pressure on Cleveland only intensifies.
You trade Shedeur Sanders. You clearly are not sold on him right now. You're not sold on the progress that he's making, even though you're saying, hey, we're happy with where he's at.
I'm going to be livid if it goes down, by the way.
In their attempt to control the growing narrative around Shedeur Sanders, the Browns have unintentionally made matters worse. By trying to downplay his significance, the team hoped to ease the pressure, but instead, they've amplified his visibility across the league. Cat pointed out that the Browns made a critical miscalculation by underestimating just how quickly Sanders' fame is spreading. With a player of his caliber, whose influence stretches beyond the field, containing his popularity is virtually impossible. Sanders not only brings skill, but also a massive social following and a loyal fan base that rallies behind him. Every effort the Browns make to minimize his importance only backfires, creating more backlash and adding to the pressure the organization now faces. If the Dolphins were to successfully trade for Sanders, the benefits would extend far beyond roster improvement. Miami would not only strengthen its quarterback position, but also gain a surge in fan engagement, media attention, and league-wide visibility unlike anything in recent years. The growing demand for Sanders to make a move is becoming difficult to ignore, and each passing week makes it seem more realistic that he could part ways with Cleveland. Meanwhile, the Browns' coaching staff is taking heavy criticism after consecutive losses, and their offensive unit looks disorganized and uninspired. Even if Sanders stays, questions remain about whether he can thrive in such a system. The ongoing instability in Cleveland could ultimately convince Sanders that Miami represents a brighter and more promising future, one that aligns with his ambitions both on and off the field.
Felt like 50-0, and that's the way it felt. Offensively, it's just terrible, and they're wasting everything defensively. And what will happen here, because I don't know if they're going to get it fixed. I don't think they're going to get anything fixed offensively. You could put in Dylan Gabriel, or you could put in Shedeur for a different pace, flavor, seasoning.
On the other side of the debate, team owner Jimmy Haslam recognizes better than anyone the magnitude of what losing Shedeur Sanders would mean for the Browns. Sanders isn't just another player. He represents the kind of talent and star power that could pull Cleveland back into the NFL spotlight. For that reason, Haslam and the Browns front office are holding their ground, determined not to let him go despite the wave of speculation. Reports already suggest that the Miami Dolphins have made exploratory contact with Haslam in an effort to test the waters, but so far, every indication points to him rejecting those approaches. Still, the pressure is escalating. With Sanders sidelined and uncertainty hanging over the team's offensive direction, the rumors are only intensifying. The Dolphins' presence in the conversation adds another layer of urgency, leaving the Browns with a looming decision that could define their future. Losing Sanders now could damage the franchise for years to come, both competitively and in terms of reputation. The situation is even more delicate with a critical matchup ahead and no settled answer at quarterback. Joe Flacco, once seen as a reliable veteran option, has been struggling badly and is no longer delivering at the level the team needs. After his latest poor performance, concerns among fans and analysts have grown louder. Rumors suggest that Dylan may be pushed into the starting role for the next game, but with so much riding on the outcome, the move would be a gamble. If he falters, it could destabilize the locker room even further. And looming over everything is Sanders' possible exit to Miami, an outcome that would leave coach Kevin Stefanski and GM Andrew Berry facing their toughest challenge yet.
Look, I understand the thought, and I understand the overarching thought of the guy's 40 and the team stinks, but it is only week 2, and Kevin cannot operate that way because he will lose the coaching staff, the locker room, the players, right? It's not even worth considering as long as.
So you wouldn't do it till mid-October?
Like, this could go really bad, really fast if they decided to go to Gabriel now in week 3.
Because you can't go back to Flacco, right?
If it's an epic failure, you're going to lose that entire locker room.
Correct.
And then all of a sudden, what we thought is this kind of like not like a rebuild year, but like get through the year. Stefanski's safe, Barry's safe. All of a sudden,
it has become increasingly clear that the Miami Dolphins have a strong interest in Shedeur Sanders, and signs suggest that he may already have signaled his willingness to explore a move. For Miami, this could be a defining moment, while for Sanders, it may represent the opportunity he's been waiting for. The backdrop in Cleveland is anything but stable. The uncertainty surrounding the quarterback position continues to grow, and the constant swirl of rumors about the team's offensive struggles has cast serious doubt on their future direction. In contrast, joining the Dolphins could be a genuine game-changer for Sanders. Miami offers more stability, clearer leadership, and a vision that isn't clouded by week-to-week crises. For Sanders, that stability could provide the chance to focus entirely on football, free from the constant distractions of locker room drama and coaching uncertainty. Rather than being thrown into situations where he must perform underprepared and under extreme pressure, he would be stepping into an environment designed to support and develop his growth. A move to Miami could also do wonders for Sanders' confidence. With a strong supporting cast, a playoff-caliber roster, and a fan base eager for success, he would have the opportunity to showcase his abilities without being overshadowed by organizational dysfunction. The chance to lead a team with real postseason potential might be the platform that allows him to unlock his full skill set and elevate his career to the next level. For Sanders, the Dolphins could very well represent the fresh start he needs. But the bigger question remains, should he take that leap or stay in Cleveland and attempt to carry the Browns forward despite the mounting pressure? What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspective on whether Miami truly is the right move for Sanders.